Dr. Joseph Martin here on the countdown to Christmas and the incarnation of the Christ consciousness in each one of us, and yourselves in particular. This is now day 3 in the countdown, only 3 more days, well, actually 2 more days to Christmas, because day 1 will be Christmas Day. And this is the 6th of the Beatitudes of Jesus that he gave to us for all time and all peoples. And that is, blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. We know now what blessed means. It means people who are honored because they are so open and ready to receive and surrender to God and to the light. And they're grateful, and so grace is poured down upon them into their hearts and their sense of themselves. And all that they feel is a sense of blessedness and thankfulness and honor and honesty. And I'm hoping you're feeling blessed more and more every day as we move closer to the Christ consciousness incarnating consciously, super consciously in your own heart, mind, awareness, and awakeness. Pure of heart. Purity means innocence, openness, clarity, kindness, no judgment. It means 100% pure, meaning there's no additives, nothing negative, nothing judgmental, nothing wrong. Everything's right. Everything's perfect, in fact. Purity is 100% pure. And if you're pure of heart, it means your heart is 100% innocent, trusting, open, kind, respectful, loving, and open to giving and receiving 100%. And this is the key to the whole process that we're involved in here, as each individual and humanity as a whole starts to elevate their consciousness and to once again, no matter how many years or centuries it takes, come to that highest Christ consciousness, which comes from the cosmic consciousness of purity of heart, which is righteousness and kindness. And this will elevate all individuals, families, communities, and societies towards the greater good for all humanity and all our relations. Purity of heart. You know, you see this in children, you see it in dogs, not all children, but most children, especially the really young children under the age of 1 year. They have a sense of adventure, they have a sense of freedom, there are no restrictions they feel, unlike most adults. They feel just absolutely open and ready to explore, to advance, to move, to grow, to move towards what is good, to move towards the purity of heart, which is a sense of absolute unalloyed joy, the ecstasy of joy. That's what purity of heart is also. You know, I was in a solstice gathering the other day, and one of my good friends, their parents, had brought their youngest child, their 4th child. His name is Elijah. What a great name that is. And Elijah's about 7, 8, 9 months old. And in the circle that we were having to celebrate the coming back of the great light, just before Christmas time. Of course, the Christ and Jesus are the great light as well. He was just exploring the circle. He was moving towards the center. He was moving towards me. He wanted to be part of the joy. He was laughing and sharing and crawling around. And just that's what we talk about when we mean purity of heart. It's a good story of purity of heart. Someone who's absolutely free to just explore. No sense of being held back or being self-conscious. That's not what we're talking about. It's the opposite of that. The freedom just to be the love you already are. So how can we find purity of heart? I would say almost all of us need to regain that innocence. And the way to do it is to recognize that there's some challenges and some blockages inside you. These are what we call filters in neurolinguistic programming. The filters can be around your mind, around your conscious, your unconscious, and your superconscious minds. These filters can be around your heart in particular, around your emotions and your feelings. And these blockages or filters or boundaries that are not healthy, we can call them frequency fences, they are energy fields, can be around your instincts, your sexuality, your sacred sexuality, your body, your body's needs, its need for sleep or for relaxation or reflection, whatever it might need, restoration and regeneration. These are all examples of what causes lack of purity of heart, lack of connection to your heart, lack of connection to your higher identity and soul. And this is something we need to consciously take in hand as a process to remove and transmute and transform, take all these blockages that are holding us back from life and the living, and do something important to demolish the fences, the blockages, the walls, the prisons, and to do something energetic that is going to actually have the effect of processing and taking back to the smallest particles of the universe and yourself, adamantine particles, smaller than atoms. When you transmute all your blockages, that held in restricted energy that was not available to you now becomes totally free to expand and be the love you are. Freedom, adventure, joy, exploration, evolution, greater levels of consciousness. And all the filters are gone in your mind. That's called what we call nirvikalpa samadhi in the Advaita Vedanta tradition. And in the Buddhist tradition, it's nirvana or moksha, freedom, liberation. And there's lots of terms in all the spiritual traditions for it. But you would probably need and want and like to know what it feels like to experience this 100% of the time. And it's the purity of your heart that will give you that experience, going back to regain your innocence, your joy, your childlikeness, and that's how you enter the kingdom of God, as Jesus has told us and still tells us now. So deal with your filters, your frequency fences. This is how to become pure of heart all over again. That will involve taking off your false masks that you wear that hide who you really are, and stop pretending. Stop trying to be someone other than yourself. Just be your own true nature. Be authentic. Be original. There's only one of you. We need you here in your full uniqueness. We need you to co-participate in the one healing health body of the spiritual body of the Christ consciousness here on earth in the 21st century and then through all time. You know, my background as a clinician, as a psychologist, and as a medical energy specialist in many fields of cross-cultural energy medicine have shown me that one of the biggest challenges is heart health right now on the planet. No, I mean that it's one of the greatest causes of illnesses and death here in all cultures of all ages on the planet. Heart health, I would say the cause of poor heart health is lack of purity of heart. Just think about that. Lack of purity of heart. When you have things in and around your heart that are not pure, not like the true love you are, these cause judgments, blockages, anger, resentment, rejection, abandonment feelings, and sadness and grief and longing and loneliness and depression. I know that some of you are feeling all these, the depths and the weight of these words as you realize what's going on in your heart that is not like the purity of heart you need to become again. So again, you will save a lot of anguish, emotional anguish, and it will save a lot of physical anguish to not have to take all those heart medications and not have to have all those heart surgeries or being brought back from the dead, as it were, with the pumps that are put on you, the electrical pads. You know, all this can be resolved when you go to the deepest root in the center of what's causing all your heart conditions. And there's only one thing. You can become and regain the purity of heart that is deepest inside you. To get there, you're going to have to take the layers of the onion off. You probably need some help in psychotherapy and some other spiritual healing modalities. You'll know who to go to seek for this. In any case, many of the steps that we're involved in here in the I Am Self-Worth program and the I Am Yoga will take you one step at a time into what you need to be and be doing for yourself through the next stages of your life to regain your innocence and your purity of heart. Well, we're just 2 days away from Christmas. All love and blessings to you. May you always find the path to the regained joy and purity of your unique heart, united with the divine in source and all that is right here inside your heart. All love and blessings, Dr. Joseph Martin. Om Namah Shivaya. May the Christ consciousness guide every step of your path.